Hello, everybody. I'm with a new friend I just met. Her name is Sierra, and she has a lot of hustle, and we're going to call it hot dog hustle. And so she has this little stand here. It's called the Hot Dog Spot, and you can follow her on Facebook. And she is set up across from the Busy Bee. It's a location that I just filmed, have not released a video on yet, but it's in Live Oak, Florida, correct? And this is Sierra, and so I'm just going to do a quick panoramic thing. We're going to come back to her. Unfortunately, we're right by the side of the road, which is good for her, but not good for filming and videoing with sound and what have you. And it is, what, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, roughly?
Actually around 5 o'clock or so.
5 o'clock, so
yes,
there's a lot of truckers coming in and out of this this area, this truck stop and what have you.
Yeah,
so can you tell us, the viewers, a little bit about your story, why you're doing this?
Well, actually, I just got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in June.
No way.
I didn't know that I was a diabetic. And I also have a 14-month-old daughter. Her name's Raina.
Okay.
And I'm now currently a single mom. I was homeless because of my diabetes. I wasn't able to work. My sugars are kind of all over the place. And so I came up with this idea to start the hot dog cart to try to support myself and my daughter. You know, trying to do something for myself instead of just letting diabetes take control and putting myself down.
There was a truck. Can you repeat that last part, that last sentence or two? Because there was a truck going by. I want everybody, I'm going to move a little closer. Hopefully we can hear a little bit better. Just repeat the last part since you talked about your diabetes diagnosis, please.
Yeah, so what I was saying was I started this for my daughter and myself so that I could bring in some sort of income so that I wasn't on the couch at home just, oh, I'm a diabetic now, I don't know what to do.
Right.
You know, because I can't control my sugar like I would like to. It's really hard for me to do it, honestly, with the cart, much less if I had an actual full-time job.
Right.
Yeah.
So this gives you flexibility, obviously,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So do you have a regular schedule out here across from the Busy Bee, or do you bounce around to different locations?
Actually, usually I'm down the road at the BP in front of Walmart on the same highway, because this is
that's also in Live Oak?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with this area.
It's actually right down the road there.
Okay.
It's right on the same highway, which is like very major for this town because it's very small. There's only probably about 6,000 people here, if that.
Okay.
So I try to be like right in the middle of everyone, right off the exit where people can see me.
Okay.
You know, so I've only been at this location for about 2 weeks, or for 2 days actually, just to see how it goes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit pause for 1 second. I want to ask you a question off camera, and then maybe we can come back. So Sierra, I'm gonna try and compose myself here. So how did this come about? I mean, how did this your dream come true? Your desires. If you don't mind, can you share that? If you don't want to share that, just tell us the truth.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was homeless previous to this, sleeping in my car. I didn't know really what to do with myself, especially with my new diagnosis. So one night my mom was laying in bed and she told me that God came and sat down beside her and told her that this was something that I was to do and that she was to help me finance the hot dog cart. So that's what we did. I actually left my baby's father in the situation that I was in to be able to do this and follow what God asked me to do. So she bought me a hot dog cart, we've got all the stuff, and I've been out here every day just trying to do what I can and sell as many hot dogs as I can to be able to do that.
That's a really cool story. So let me see if I understand this correctly, and I don't understand this correctly, so I'm going to ask you the questions. So this was your idea, your vision, or your mother's vision?
It was both of ours. We've always talked about doing like a family restaurant as long as I've been around.
Okay.
And my mom had a concession trailer of her own, but her being a single mom, she had to sell it because she tries to also run a different business of her own. She has a transport company, and she's been able to provide for herself that way. So she wanted me to have the same freedom that she has. and also the same financial stability that she does as well.
That's a really cool story. I'm behind the camera, but you can tell I'm getting choked up.
Yeah.
There's a lot I want to tell you. By chance, on your Facebook, you don't have a YouTube page, I take it?
I don't. Not at this time.
Okay. I'm not great at YouTube. It takes a while to learn it,
Yeah.
and I've improved my well, I would say my lack of skills, but I encourage you. It's a great way to reach out to people. And sorry about the trucks, folks, but we're right next to the interstate here, or I-10, I guess. And but so anyway, Sierra has a really cool story. Can I, if you don't mind me asking, on your Facebook page, do you have a PayPal or a Venmo or anything where people, if they wanted to reach out to you, could reach out to you? Or
we do have a Cash App.
Okay.
That's called the Hot Dog. It's not the Hot Dog Spot. It's actually just Hot Dog Spot. HAWTDOG Spot.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to throw out this possibility, and this is me just talking out my backside without authorization. I'm going to write this information down for you so you can review a YouTube channel that I think you're going to love.
Okay.
And it's going to have a lot of purpose. I think it's going to mean a lot to you in your life. I have some friends I'm friends with in Texas. I forget what part of Texas. I want to say somewhere around Waco or something. Hold on, folks. We got a truck coming by. Right when I'm trying to get to the juicy stuff. I don't want this to be drowned out. But so anyway, Sierra, when you get a chance, I'm going to write it on. If you can give me one of those cardboard things, I'll leave you a note. But it's called At No Judgment Here with Tish Ross. I know it's a mouthful. It's called At No Judgment Here with Tish Ross. She's a Christian lady that interviews a lot of people going through a lot of struggles in life. And when I write it down and you have the opportunity, go view that channel. Unfortunately, I've been on there a few times myself, just telling my screwed up story. But it's therapeutic when you can share your story. And there's a lot of people on there that'll help you. I want to tell you all the topics that have been discussed, but I'm going to leave it up to you. And then I'll just leave a phone number if you want to text me if you're interested in talking to Tish Ross and Mike Ross. That's her husband. I think you have a great story. You would fit perfect with their platform, and I think this is so amazing because this happened by accident, you know.
Yes.
And Tish and Mike know I'm not real spiritual, but I respect the people that are. And just based upon your story and me picking a destination out of my backside and then this happening, I feel like it could be meant to be.
Yeah, well, I'm honestly not that much of a spiritual person myself either, but I've always come from like a religious background. I went to a private school my entire life, but I have my faults too. Like I've been apart from God for a while, but I couldn't deny this opportunity, so I just had to take a chance.
Okay, so I realize we're a little over 9 minutes. I don't want this to drag on forever. Thank God you don't have any customers to interrupt this interview or whatever. But so is this like a short-term goal of yours, or like, if you don't mind me asking, like if I had to guess, 30 years old maybe?
Yeah, I'm around there. I'm 28.
Okay, so I'm not real good at judging age, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything. But so, like, I'm assuming based on what you've told me, this was kind of like a quick fix solution, so to speak. So if you want to share with anybody, do you have a vision or a game plan for the future? Like, where do you see yourself in maybe 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? What would be your ultimate dream to happen to you?
Well, I would like to be successful in the hot dog cart, so much so that I can eventually get a food truck and
that'd be
provide
cool.
other items of food that I would like to make.
Okay.
I have kind of a food background. I've worked at Waffle House and like various other restaurants as that, and I feel like I'm creative in the food way, and I would like to be able to offer other items to people so that they can enjoy things that I come up with out of my own brain.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's really cool. And actually, I'm glad you said that. I wasn't thinking that you were going to go that direction, but I have two friends that have food trucks. One friend, and I'm going to leave you that information too, and I'm going to let you watch their content. They're amazing. They probably have 6 locations, and I'm not going to share their name on screen until I talk to you about their name because I don't want it to be misinterpreted or anything like that. But basically, their whole premise of their business and their business model was to originally to help like foster kids and foster families, and so that's that. So they are always looking for help, and they have sponsored some other people in business, and they give a lot of people opportunities in the business world. So I came from South Fort Myers. That was their first store. Their second store was Cape Coral. And they have, like I said, I'm trying to remember, they have like 5, 6, 7. I know they have one in Orlando, different ones. But basically, they help people that are struggling. It'd be like you or me currently and stuff like that. My ambition personally is not the food business, but I respect it because I know it takes a lot of hustle. So what they often do is part of their business model was they used to charge a price on the menu. Now they are so much humanitarians, I guess you would say, that they don't even charge a price on the menu. Pay what you can pay. If you like their omelet, for $10, you can pay $10. If you like it that much and you understand their mission, you can leave $20. And there's a percentage that goes towards the foster care system. But since Hurricane Ian affected our region in Lee County and Collier County so bad, they're all over the board helping just needy families, with furniture, foods. They deliver free food all the time. It's crazy what they do. They're always feeding the homeless, and so, like I said, I'm not spiritual, but I felt like this meeting might have a purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, do you want to say anything to anybody, or maybe? I see you've lifted yourself up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
With the assistance of your mother.
Yeah.
Do you have any inspirational words for anybody going through a tough time?
The only thing I would say is to not give up.
Okay.
It's really easy to do, but you can't do that because if you give up, it's over with. You have to get up every day and you have to work and you have to hustle and you have to do what you have to do to make it happen, because eventually it will happen. You just have to believe that it's going to.
Okay. Great. Do you have by chance? I'm just thinking of stuff off the cuff of my head. I want to keep talking to you forever, but obviously we're gonna have to cut this short eventually.
Yeah.
Do you have a tagline for your business, or anything like that, like a motto or a saying, or?
Not really. It's really new. Like, I've only been doing this for about 3 weeks now. I'm starting like legitly from the very bottom and trying to work up as much as I can. Like, I don't even have business cards or anything.
Well, it's okay. But it's great. But what you've done there is really good. I like that.
Yeah,
the old school black and white, the chalkboard, that's really cool. So what I'm going to encourage some of my people, like I've got to look, I have, hold on one second, folks, get a truck coming by. I only have like 559 subscribers to my channel.
Hey,
but
that's more than zero.
Yeah, but I follow a lot of big channels, and I participate a lot of times on some big podcasts and stuff like that. So I would love to stay in touch with you. And I'm going to leave my information, and off camera I'm going to explain my channel a little bit to you. Just make sure, once again, you're okay with it. And but I appreciate talking to you today, and I wish you the best. And so what I'm going to do is today is Tuesday. So where are you on Thursdays? Because I may be coming back through this area Thursday midday.
Probably the same place
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this out for this week and see how it goes, and then decide from there between the 2 locations.
Okay.
So yeah, I usually hear from 11 to 5.
Okay.
But sometimes I have doctor's appointments.
I get that. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. That's understandable. I've been that, like I told you, when I was selling my fishing tackle, I kind of put that on hold temporarily due to my mother's situation and relocating and whatnot. But as a matter of fact, there's a lot of fishing tackle in there right now. How old is your child?
She's 14 months old.
14 months old?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to leave you a little gift. She probably can't use yet, but maybe she can grow into it. Yeah. And it's nothing special, but
hey, she loves fishing. She caught her first fish already.
All right, well that's good, because what I'm about to give you is something excuse me, more age appropriate to where she is right now. She could grow into it a little bit in the future. But I thank you, Sarah. Is there any other final closing statement you want to say to anybody? Or I think you've done a good job already. And I'm looking at your menu. Is there anything you might slip in the future that you've been thinking about?
Well, I do have like some specialty hot dogs that I make.
Okay.
I have one called the Cowboy. It's actually French onions, barbecue, and like bacon bits.
Oh, nice, nice.
It's a little like play on the sweet, savory, crunchy deal. I enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
that sounds like a good option. That's really cool. So anyway, I appreciate your time, and I'm going to say goodbye to you, and thank you for this opportunity to meet you.
Thank you as well.
We'll talk again soon, hopefully. Thank you.
Next time.
Bye-bye.